Here I am coming at you. Hi, my name is Chris Farah. Thank you so much for being on my channel. Right now it's Sunday evening around 10:16, 17 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I've just got done watching this last episode of Before the 90 Days, 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 6. And this was a really good episode, except for the fact that what the hell is happening with Caesar? How could what is the rationale for keeping us in suspense this long? How could you drag out the story this much? He's been in Mexico for like 6 episodes. Okay, it's like the 6th episode, but like he's been in Mexico for 3 episodes, it feels like. How are they just not, how can they just keep making us watch this? And this latest like update, which is that she's not at all messaged him, but that the airline canceled his reservation because he'd had insufficient funds in his bank account. And it also made it seem like it automatically did that, like when he made the reservation. And how in the hell did he just figure that out? What? We need to break some stuff down. I'm so happy you're here. Right now, there's 15 people in the room and 5 likes. Now, here's the thing. You're going to watch all of these numbers go up. Right now, 1/3 the peeps have already liked this video. I'm just going to say thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much for liking this video and thumbs it up. And the reason why is because people need to talk about the show. And as people log on to YouTube to get the frustration of it or what they're watching, like how Caesar hasn't met Maria yet and how we're just still dealing with that, like people need to get that out and as like a self-service. If you like this video, they'll find it in the feed and in the algorithm of YouTube, and then they'll be able to get it out, you know? So it's really imperative that you do the Lord's work. And the Lord is telling me to tell you to like this video. Because love is in, sometimes love language is in service works. Your love language is acts of service. Okay, so 31 people in this room, 17 likes. That's about half. You know, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Quick thumbs it up. 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 Colleen's here. Cece's here. Natasha. Psycho. Oh, Sidley and of course, Lisa. You guys, I'm so happy you're here, Kenya, Aaron. I'm so happy we're going to hear all of your points of view as we talk about the greatest show on television. So as always, I want you, well, not as always, because sometimes I mess up, but the goal is that I'm going to have this live reaction and talk to you guys right now of this episode, and that later on this week, you'll see a little pop-up in your subscription feed, and it'll be a real funny edited recap of the same episode. So you'll get to watch me twice talk about the same episode, one in a live format and one where I like take time to write jokes and I'm funny and I edit out all of the likes, not all the likes, but a substantial amount of the likes. And this process takes me over 5 hours. Hi, Shantina. Hi, all my ladies. And my gents are also here. I don't see anyone, but you know, I'm sure they're just listening. I love you. I'm silent, but you know, lovely gents. Wah is holding it down, honey. And I'm super excited. I like the live and the recap. You are doing the Lord's work. You know, that's truly I like both. And both have their charm. Like, this is obviously off the cuff. And I like the fact that I can talk to you guys. Like, you guys can leave comments, but it also just like really means a lot. This is all the likes I have to edit out. But it also really means a lot to me that I can just sit down and answer you right away. It's so cool. I think it's cool. So that's why I think both are necessary, okay? And that's what's happening. Hi. Sorry, she's just getting to her notes. Okay. This episode is called something something, but it's like secret secret something. And that's really funny because they're finally calling out that like all the producers make all of them have secrets. Like Akini's secret that like he's not staying in the Airbnb. Like Timothy's secret that like his ex-girlfriend was Colombian and from this similar city as her, I guess, or something. And like they always love a secret. The secret that like Avery wants to just like go off and live with Siri. Not that she wants to, but it's like an option for her. When Terry, her mother, thinks it's not an option at all, or like so far down the line of possible options, it's not even to be feared. Really, what she fears is that they're going to go on and live in some other country, which is like, that's fine. That's better than Syria, right? But Avery was like, Mom, he can't get into Trump's America, and I can't get into war-torn Syria, so we're gonna go to live in like Canada or France. He speaks French. They teach him all French, so like, is that bad? That'd be kind of great. I'd be like, oh, good, I can come visit you in France. I have reasons. But let's get in, okay? That's just like my breakdown of the secrets of all of these cast members. So Angela is the first person that we started off with. So Angela and Michael's story this episode is really bookends by shock and torment. So we pick up right where we left off, which is right like, by the way, I'm going to break this down and talk to you guys, but if there's something that you absolutely need me to look at and say, like, I'm not doing a good job of looking at the screen, send me a super chat. You don't have to, though, but just know that I'm not doing such a good job. Okay, so you don't have to, but feel free if you want to. The tow truck guys. Okay, so I didn't know what happened last week. Like I was like confused how they like staged it, but I guess what happens is this. Michael illegally pulled over, I guess, in like a no parking zone, but at the same time, during like the way that they have it is there are people like armed, I don't know, like tow truck men that wait for people to pull over so they can just jump out, and they throw spikes in front of your car so you literally can't leave. So they tow you away and then they get paid probably. Okay. And Michael's like, you can't, like, they're hooligans or scammers. Like, you can't do that. You have to stand up for yourself. So that's why he came out at them. And, Angela followed suit, honey. And someone said that she was like an Appalachian woman. And I totally feel like that is what she is, a mountain woman. Yeah. She's of the earth. It's in her. So like she's gonna come at you're not gonna the people she loves, she's going to protect them. I mean, this is one of her charms, one of her many charms. Okay, so as we know, they whatever fight or whatever resolved, God bless, and they get to that hotel room, honey, and then all of Angela's freaks come out. She like brings up the handcuffs. She's like, here are the like underwear I bought you, which of course is the Trump boxers, like Trump's face right where his dick is, which looks like Angela. It's like so much happening where you're just like, it's Trump's face on his dick head, which also happens to look like Angela. It's just, woo! It's just too much. It's like, it's too many good things. So they have a great night. Obviously they get it down and they love each other. Like we knew a couple of people got down. We know a lot of people that get down sexually on the show. Like in the last live, we mentioned Melanie and Devar. They got it in, and I know that people think that Wah thinks that Jesse and Darcy got in a lot, and I think they did have sex, like drug fueled sex, but I was never like, I don't think it was that necessarily good. 'Cause I think they're both so narcissistic. I don't think they both can have good sex. They both seem like pillow princes and pillow princesses. You need like someone to like get in it, you know? Um okay. They're just like about to get it on though. I love it when they're about to get it on, and then like Angela's like, "Y'all gotta go," you know, and she just like kicks the producers out. They bone, and then get up the next morning. They're like lovey dovey. But here's the thing: Angela puts it out there like, "I may have dropped all of my grudges for one night." By the way, I know this is not a perfect Angela accent, but anyway, but I'm still upset, and she is. So she gets in this car with Michael and they're going to go celebrate his birthday by going to the beach. And he's having a great time. Like he's eating fried chicken. For some reason, it's just delivered to his car. I think that's the perks of being a repeat customer at the Lagos Travel Inn. There must be like a loyalty program, which I mean has some great perks. So anyway, they're eating fried chicken and driving to the beach, and he is like loving life, right? Because he truly loves Angela. She's there. He has like eating. He's like driving. She's like, "How long is it?" He's like, "5 hours." She's so mad. He's like, 1 hour. I'm dying. I just love it so much. I really, truly love him. Is that coming across? And she's getting madder and madder, though. I don't know, like, I feel like we're missing something, like, did she not get enough of the fried chicken? She's allowed to smoke in the car, like, she's just I think it's this, it's like he's enjoying himself, and she just expected him to just be more like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Angela. I'm so happy you're here," but, like, he's just, like, enjoying life that she's here, and he just, like, had sex all night, so he's just, like, living that serotonin high life, When you know that you boned all night and you're gonna be boning, he's like on cloud nine. How's on cloud 69? Sin's here, Stanley. Hi guys, Flicker the Flame. Hi guys. There's 102 people in this room. That is so impressive and I really appreciate it. And there's 40 likes. So if you want to give me a little thumbs it up, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on. I have to rewatch this live and then read your comments because it's like impossible to. I would just be. Unfortunately, it's like if I read every comment, there would just be like long pauses of me being like, we look crazy. So just she's getting mad. She's like, "You done celebrated your birthday," and then it's revealed all of these like sudden like specifics that she sent him $60, and she's mad that like he spent it on drinks with his friends, having lied to her. What I would like to know is he was going to say something, and I wanted him to be like, did he spend all of the $60? Did he have some left? Did he buy new minutes on a card to talk to her longer? Did he buy her a present? That would have been good. I know it's his birthday, but if you knew that she was coming and she buys you everything and she's mad about your birthday, why didn't you buy her a present? Do men not buy women presents anymore? Is that what this show is showing us? I mean, really? Here's the thing. It's really weird having been born, just side note, of the time in which I did, which is like the tail end of like growing up in the knowledge of what 80s and 90s dating was, and but like it's not at all that. I consistently buy my own flowers, what kind I like. I'm very open and upfront about it. Like, I'm always saying, yeah, why wouldn't he just bought her a little something, a little bracelet to be like, thank you for being here. You know how that shit would have gone over? You would have not had this fight in this car. But that's not what happened. So then she gets finally to the beach, which is a dock or something. And then she has like a deja vu moment, I think, of him or whatever, of him and a social media he had posted post where he is at this place like posing, showboating. And in the far back is like one girl surrounded by what looks like three guys, and they're like don't look like friends of his. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this because it's crazy. And then Angela like blows up that like, who's that woman, Michael? It looks like that woman has nothing to do with him. I don't understand why he's like, oh, that's my friend's friend. But he doesn't say anything. He's like, "Boo, boo, boo," you know, and Angela just like takes that and feeds upon and gets angry and angrier. So now she storms out of the car, honey. She doesn't want to get in the boat. She doesn't want to go to the beach or boat or whatever is having the boat to the beach. I mean, I'm not quite sure what he thought was going to be a good idea with Angela. And then like she's going one way. She has her like bell bottomy striped shirt on or striped pants on. He's upset. He's going the other way. Looks like he's about to smoke too. You know, it just dissolves into pain again. Again, their story was bookmarked by pain and tragedy and upset. Who is the next peeps on our list? So excited that my phone is going to come out with a new phone, so I really need a new one. Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca, I love the fact that they really wanted us to like hype up this Rebecca and Zayed parent thing into the sense where they openly dropped it off last time of them like opening the door like mom, dad, and then they like rewound it all the way back to them driving, and it's like okay, we already saw this. Okay, fine. Like I already do that enough in the like previously on. What you're about to see before you see it coming up is, and then you see it, and then again previously what you're about to see and then you see it. I mean, it's crazy. And then and then coming up, I mean, it's so many scenes and previews and recaps. Sometimes you're just like, show me the damn show. And then show me one promo for the next week's episode so I can get excited. It's too much. Okay, so but there they are. She's back in her like Tunisian garb, which I realize looks like some sort of form of like Tunisian rainbow bright. A lot of rainbow colors. Pink vest. You know, if she had underneath that dress like rainbow striped socks, she'd be rainbow bright. Which, by the way, I love rainbow bright. So if you're thinking I'm like throwing shade, I'm not. Now I just want to say like she says like, you know, I'm old enough to be his mom. But you know, Rebecca, a side by side of you and his mom, and you, I mean, no filter. You look great. You don't look like his mom. You look great. You don't need a filter. I mean, I don't know how old his mom is, but let's just like, how old is his mom? The thing is, I think that she's younger than you would think, me would think. Like, because like the dad looks 60 something, right? 70 something. The dad looks like 78 or something. Is the mom like older, like 65? Or is the mom like 47? Or is the mom like 42? I can't tell. I really like, I almost want you guys to please guess the age of Zayed's mom, and I'll try and find it. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But you guys, how old was that woman? Everyone's age, like I'm bad at ages. I'm also bad at square footage. I'm bad at numbers in general. Like I can't guess numbers of anything. You know, like if you were like, how big is your apartment? I'm like, I don't know, like 1,000 square feet? Is that a lot? Hmm. 700? 750. Somewhere between 750 and 1,300, which is one part and double that. I mean, that's okay. So, so Rebecca and Zayed walk through the door, and Rebecca just breaks something. It looks like something like maybe like Evil Eye-esque. It hangs maybe around their door to protect them from evil. That she comes in and breaks, and then is like, maybe it's good luck. Okay, so that's What happens if you guys? I would love someone to like tell me um what you think. If anyone knows or saw what she broke, like can spit it out. It looks like something blue crystal-esque and like I don't know if it's like a upside down Humpsy or like blue eye, evil eye Humpsy or something. But if she broke that when she walked in that door, honey, then she is exactly what they expected. Okay, so they're eating, and it gets even more awkward because the dad is like, "Have you ever eaten couscous?" But in Arabic, that gets translated to her. And but like the way it's asked to her is like, "Have you ever had couscous in America?" And she, oh yeah, and then she decides because she could easily just be like, "Mm-hmm." She's like, "No, but I did have it in Morocco." And the dad, who looks at this white woman with tats and is like, "When were you in Morocco?" I was like, "When were you in Morocco?" And it's another parallel scene to Timothy, where the parents are like, "Why have you, white person, been to a country you should not have been before? This should be your first foray into this world. You date many people of our type," like Timothy in Colombia, Rebecca and her love of Arab men. So, anyways, I feel like my lives should just be like something called like the psychotherapy of the 90-day cast, like juxtapositions. And I feel like I should teach a university style class of like the study of the show and the juxtapositions of scenes and stuff. And I really feel like what kind of university would pay me lots of money to teach that? And do I have to get a certificate of some sort of learned study? Don't you think like Berkeley would? Do I have to go to my college? I went to LMU. Do you think they would let me teach like in a media studies course, a 90-day fiance, a reality show? Oh, I would be so happy. Class. Okay. So then they're eating the couscous. Then it's revealed that she's had the couscous, that she didn't want to tell them, but she had it before Morocco. And because her ex, and then, it's revealed to the dad because she had a man there. And I just don't understand if she never wanted to bring it up, why she wasn't just like, "Yes, I've had in America." Unless I'm really like supposed to believe that in her whole life she had never had couscous. Is it is couscous like in restaurants? Couscous is like in Whole Foods, like in their salad bar. It's couscous in their salad bar. Okay. Um, Parents see the tats, which yeah, their sleeves. Since you didn't wear gloves, she's like, "How would you like eat all night with like not having your sleeves ever like fall off?" You're like, "Pass the salt." I mean, so they see the tats, they're upset about it. They want to, the dad just starts. This is the worst part. The dad is in Arabic talking to Zaya and is like, "You tell her later she has to get rid of the tattoos," in Arabic. And she's like in the room, like cleaning the plates. And Zaya just is looking at her, like cleaning the plates. And he knows that she doesn't understand what he's saying, but he knows the camera's like knows people are going to know what's happening. And he's just so awkward, which I would be awkward too. And why do parents do that? It gives me like that. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, she's right there. I know she doesn't speak Arabic, but God bless. Shut up. Yeah, that dad is just like typical. Like, she looked better without it. So tell her. Rebecca wakes up the next morning in the room that Zayed has like always uses, and it's like a culture shock because she realizes how poor they are. And it makes her understand that perhaps she didn't think about how good it would be for him to not be there, how much better it would be to not be there. So to be noted, for her. So Zaya then has a very uncomfortable conversation. All these conversations with parents are uncomfortable, but with his mom uncomfortable while they're like they're hanging laundry, where it's kind of just like the parents don't like her. She's exactly how the parents thought she'd be, which is like a hellish devil woman with tattoos everywhere that breaks the evil. I mean, can you? She did. I mean, no present for them. That's another thing. Like, no one gives presents anymore. And I just like had this long speech about how men don't give it to women. But you know what? Fuck this. Why didn't Rebecca bring a present? Did she? Tell me if I'm wrong. But I don't think she did. Feels like she just came in and broke something and was like, sorry. The hell? I mean, listen, here's the thing. Rebecca's paying for everything on this trip. That sucks. And I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I just personally wouldn't. Okay. I like for him to not like be able to like rent the car, like nothing. I would just be like, that's not for me. Like I don't need to take on a burden. But at the same time, the one thing that she should have done is buy a present for these people, and she absolutely didn't. So she made a horrible person impression, and not even understand. Like it's not just because she does not understand or care to understand Islam at all, but or who these people are and their nature, their like core, like what their morals are. Like it's just so different. And she just they hate her, but they think that their son will get a better life, be a more comfortable life, according to him, and they want him to be happy and for him to be more comfortable than they are because they're not comfortable, and they know that. Oh my God! First time making her live. Thanks, Saria. Your name is really pretty. I hope I'm saying it right. Girl, you'd be surprised. On the side in the Midwest, they don't believe in toilet seat covers. The farther you get from the front. Oh my God. I think Rebecca is creepy and a predator after young Arabic men. To catch a predator, honey, where's Chris Hansen? Rebecca, have a seat. You meant Aladdin 212. Oh, wow. Give this video a thumbs up. 180 people in the room and 82 likes. Help people find this live. Ah, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Wow. That is awesome. 182 people, 183 people, 85 likes. Thank you. So, that's what it means. It's just like, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up, it just means sometimes you have to exit out of the chat and you have to like this video, thumbs it up, and then you just come right back in. Okay, so I appreciate that, Wa. You are the best. I mean, she is super sweet. She's, there's no one better in this whole world except for me and Lida. I'm just kidding. Lida's the devil. Okay, so anyway, let's go on to Timothy. So Timothy and Jennifer, it's the morning after, and they didn't have sex. It's the morning after them just falling asleep with their Peter Thomas Roth gold eye patches on. And she's very moisturized when she wakes up. She looks great. And it's like, he's like, do you think that maybe later on this trip, we could explore the physical parts of art? She's like, I want you to conquer me and you can't ask me. You just do it. And he's like, yeah, but I just, yeah, no, I know that. No, I get it. I just so funny to me. If this is what's funny to me, why would you be someone that is so attracted to a specific kind of person, which is a very passionate, fiery, like sexual, like, like person. Like he obviously likes that type so much, which this episode is all about how much he likes that type. But he's not that type. And it also reminds me of Russ and Powell. Like Russ, like is like, oh, Powell, so like, so sexy or something like that. Like Powell, but Russ himself is like, doo. Why? Why is that your type when you aren't that? Like you never display it, Like is it just like you want to live out that fantasy for someone else? But like that person doesn't like pull you out of that. It's funny. It's interesting. So, they're going to go meet Jennifer's grandparents, and Jennifer wears a very demure. Oh my God. Glenda Star, just because I never catch you or while live. Glenda, that is so generous and so sweet. And oh my God, thank you so much. I love you so much, and that is so lovely, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, we love you. Thank you, Glenda. Anything you need, you tell me. Like anything I can do for you, honey, you tell me in the comments. Or if you have any questions or comments, like I specifically will get to you. But I'll tell you right now, it's a hot ass picture, honey. It's a hot ass main picture. Glenda, the North Star, the Good Witch. Yes, honey, Glenda. It's like, like glamorous, Glenda. Glamour. Generous. Like grace. I don't know. Okay, so Timothy, honey. So she wears a very demure pink dress to visit the grandparents. Just kidding. It's like a just Fashion Nova-esque pink, which is fun. I love Fashion Nova. Pink bodycon dress to go visit her grandparents. I love it so much. And then, yeah, he sits down and again, no present to be had. Like, not even some flowers, nothing. Grandma's face is the same face that Jennifer, I feel like, has. Which just feels like, I don't know if it's Jennifer's mom or dad whose parents these are, but those genes are strong. And Jennifer goes to prep lunch, which is, oh, flicker the flame. Well, has Chris covered the chick who went to Syria? No, I haven't. Oh my God, no, Avery, I haven't yet, honey. No. Oops. Thank you so much for that super chat. It's still coming. So the grandparents are like not going to make it easy for him. He is not making it easy for himself. They don't speak English. He's not speaking any Spanish, and the Spanish he's speaking is the whitest Spanish ever. He's like, "Oh, law," sits down. She goes again to prepare the lunch, which is just putting the lunches on plastic plates. And after, like, the minute she puts the plates down, after Tim's like, "Are you done yet?" The grandfather's like, "What are your intentions with my granddaughter?" And then he gives a bananas court answer that's like, well, they're just to get to know her and her family, of course, mostly her family, and then her and Violetta, and just to see where things go, but also get married. Like it's just everywhere. And the grandmother's like, she suffered with her divorce, and can he trust you? And then he gives her like, well, we've both been brokenhearted, so I think that we bond over that. And I just feel like his overall demeanor is like job interview, where you were like, and you are just giving out the most BS PC answer that is like, how do I get out of this situation right now? For instance, like one of my favorite job interview questions is like, well, what are some of your weaknesses? Because it's always a trick question. You're always just like, how do I say my weaknesses? My real weaknesses are like, I run late, and I think I'm smarter than other people, and stuff like that. But I can't say that. So you have to say stuff like, my biggest weakness is that I'm a perfectionist. I'm almost too detail oriented. My biggest problem is sometimes when to let work go. Work-life balance, maybe. Like, were there these answers where people are like, oh, they're smart. I see what you're doing. Anytime you need to use those, go ahead. But it is then revealed that he's been to Colombia 5 times. And I feel like I noticed this, but when Jennifer is asking him about that, she's smiling. She's like, 5 times? And I almost feel like it's because she knows. She likes this like drama though. Their stuff feels fake. And okay, so which brings me to what happens next, which is they get in this weird they talk about that, and then the next day there's these shots of Timothy like texting on his WhatsApp outside of like a Colombian building. And then he goes inside and it's revealed that the same ex that we just learned about just happened to text him. And it was like, hola, hola papi, hola Tim. I didn't know what she said, okay? But she saved his mommy. And for some reason, Tim's like, I gotta tell her. I gotta tell her now. Gotta tell her. No, you don't. You can talk. No, just don't answer that person back. Block that person. Don't answer them. You don't want to tell people anything. What are you talking about? You don't tell her. But because this is fake, he tells her, right, in this restaurant. And she gets upset and throws a drink in Timothy's face. And you also know this is fake because Timothy's reaction is if you got water in your face, you'd be like you the natural shock of the like water and in your eyes or whatever, like you just be like, it's like like do you get water in your throat in your face all the time from that like angle? I probably like jump back and like stand up, I would just be like, wasn't expecting a shower. Timothy was just like, as if Timothy was like on Splash Mountain at Disneyland and he just got wet. He was just like, not because he was on Splash Mountain, but he didn't get wet going down a slide or anything where he had to have a big reaction. He just like got like splashed like a kid while they were just like rounding a bend and log. This is a very specific Disneyland joke. Whatever, beer. Oh, okay, sorry guys. It was beer, it's beer, it's beer, it's beer. That's why you keep saying water. Whatever the point is, let's still eat. If it was beer, you would still have a reaction, suddenly. I mean, you still just, right? My whole point is still like, no reaction. Caesar's face type reaction. Caesar getting getting someone to say that she's being catfished or asking a question whether she's sent the videos to other men, just never making a connection. Okay. I love you guys so much. There's 241 people in this room. So, thank you for being here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I won't throw a drink in your faces. But don't get handsy at the end of the night. I'm a good girl, and I'm going to bed alone. I want you to conquer me. Okay. So, again, he has no reaction. And then my other favorite part is when she throws the beer in his face. He has no reaction. It cuts to his confession. He's like, I was in shock. Like the producers knew that he had no reaction and like made him say that. God bless. Caesar is next. I wrote basically nothing because what am I going to do about this person? And I don't understand what I'm supposed to say about this person. Caesar is having fun with everyone in Mexico at this resort, which is the positive part of Caesar, besides Maria. But he's making friends. I mean, it looks like he's at like a sandals or like a Turks and Caicos, something. It's just like real social. If he's this social and this like a magnet of energy that people just come towards him, how is it for him so hard for him to like find a nice woman for him to be with? And of course, she's not going to look like Maria, but she'll be real. So what I want to say is like, I'm wasting time on this because this could easily be the fakest thing in the whole world. But if this is not the fakest thing in the whole world, it's just a lesson to people where it's like, you're screwing yourself because you think that like this crazy, intense delusion or fairy tale can work out when it can't. And you are like neglecting to live your life with any sort of happiness and like reality when you could. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So Caesar also, guess what? Still can't get a hold of Maria. She's not picking up. And then it's revealed that his reservation was canceled. Okay. And then he does some sleuthing, and the airlines canceled his reservation. I already talked about this at the top of this video, but his airlines canceled the reservation, what seemed like at the time of booking, if not immediately after booking, after they realized that he had insufficient funds in his account. But he was just informed of this since he's been in like Mexico, what seems like 3 weeks, you know. Um, I find this interesting. I find this puzzling. I find this suspect. A suspect is like his missing luggage. Like, what? Come on. Really? I hate them for doing this. Like, I feel like this is so fake. I feel like this is a waste of time. I truly feel like, all right, if this is the biggest waste of my time, then why didn't you just not have them at all and just had more Angela and Michael? Because you didn't even have Angela and Michael in basically 2 episodes. I would have like enjoyed 1,000,000,000% more on Angela and Michael. You could like show me their FaceTimes. You gotta record all that, you know, like show me Angela just shopping, grocery shopping. Show me her at work. Show me her going to church. Did she go to church? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could show me a lot more. Real things. Okay. Darcy. So they finally boned. And it's a great day because Darcy feels just more secure in her body now that she knows that he is turned on by it. And completely neglecting the fact that he's basically unfuckable. And case in point, when she does bone him, somehow he sprains his ankle. Like he's constantly being hurt with a bloody nose and a sprained ankle. It's just so different than like, you know, the hot picture I showed of him like on Darcy's Instagram, you know, of like his tattoos. Like, in what? I just got to show it again because, and I mean this, in what world would you think this hot ass this dude would have like a bloody nose and a sprained ankle all the goddamn time? Every time you touch him, every time you're in bed with him, it's the worst. It's the worst. Come on. And I'm only saying this because everyone gives such hate about Darcy, but like, I can give hate, but she is bananas. Okay, so she's happy that they boned. Did I make that clear? And they talk about it. It's awkward because like they keep talking about the fact that they boned, and he's like English, so therefore reserved, and he's like, it's so American the way you said it. You know, she's just like, well, we got down to business, you know, and he's like, why do you keep saying it like that? Well, we know each other biblically, you know, like, I don't know what British people say. They say, like, I snogged. I think that just means, like, made out. Oh, Bianca, my first live. Love your channel. Thank you. It's so many people's first live tonight. How exciting. 270 people in this room. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much, and your beautiful super chats and your beautiful chats this evening. I really appreciate you guys. Like, isn't this show fun? I have to plug my computer on. Thank you, Bianca. I love that you're here. Smog is kissed. Well, God bless. I just like, anyway, they go shopping, and Darcy again is like, oh, white diamonds. I love a diamond. I look right here, my left finger. You know what this is, right? Have you ever seen this before? Do you want to see what it looks like? I don't know if you were on one knee. You know, she's just like constantly being like, When are we getting married? I want to get married. Do you see yourself getting married to me? Can we talk about us getting married? Like, I think that Darcy might have a little bit of like an OCD problem where she doesn't quite know or like isn't aware of some of her repetitive thoughts, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? There's just sometimes where I'm just like, come on, Darcy, like, oh my gosh, you look like a groom standing at the altar at my wedding in front of that front door. Okay, so he calls her out on it. Like but like Jesse, I think would have just been like, "Oh, okay, Darcy, we'll see what happens." But he's just like, "You bring it up all the time. I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to propose to you even on this trip." And she's like, "Well, let's see if I can get him to change his mind," which is like rule number one. No one's ever going to like change. Don't try and get someone to like change their mind for you or put that upon yourself that like if they love you they'll do this. It's just she's real textbook case of what not to do, honey. So then they decide to go out to the club and they both get ready, and at one point it looks like he's wearing some weird ass pants, but he decides not to wear that and just wear like a dapper suit. She decides to wear the weird ass pants. No, she decides to wear like ple- not pleather, they're like light latex rubber, latex rubber pants, some sort of like just skin tight. She's just so like, she's just like a little like high heeled, sexy mini robot. You know what I'm saying? Just like her little like legs like that. I mean, her ponytail, her like rock hard tits and that corset. She really does look like a superhero, like all the time. Like, and she looked like a superhero at this club. I mean, she's like practically wearing a corset costume. Come on, that's her. This is what she's giving you. She's saving all of our lives in a Prada or Chanel bodysuit most of the time. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. So this is the part of the video where I say, would you mind liking this video? Just giving it a little thumbs up so that other people will find it and we can all talk about this show together. And that means maybe exiting out and then giving this video thumbs it up. Liking it by thumbs it up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, thumbs, thumbs. Thumbs it up. You guys. I really appreciate it. I really, really, really. Okay, let's get to this club. So then we meet two girls that Tom has brought to the club for Darcy to meet. One of them he dated, but only for like 4 to 5 months. No big deal. Her name is Rochelle. She looks like Amy Winehouse, but a worse, trashier, non-singing, fake blow-up sex doll version of Amy Winehouse with really horrible eyebrows. Her eyebrows they look like square root signs, you know? Like, they are crazy looking. And her lips are, I can't, like, I stared at them just to be like, they do have fillers, but she also, I couldn't tell like what was like messed up. At some points during her confessional, I swear she has like lipstick on her teeth. She has like contacts in her eyes, so you can't like, every time you as a person wears like colored contacts, it's like it's hard to see. You're like, oh, I can't even see your soul. You look like a dead person because I can't see what's behind the eyes. Like all I see is plastic. And she is there with some girl named Daisy. And she starts asking Darcy like the hard questions, which is basically like, are you guys exclusive? And she asks Darcy when she's Tom's friend. So it's like she's being kind of a mean girl because, first of all, why would you ask that of your friend? You should either know what's happening or let them deal with it. But Darcy's like, well, in my heart, you know? And this girl's like, I don't like her for you. No, 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 she's not for you. Do you think that? Look into my eyes and tell me you love her. You see the rest of your life with her. It's just very obvious during this weird scene that you're like, oh, Rochelle, okay, you're going to make it seem like you're in love with him? That, like, this is your big moment to get Tom to, like, swear off Darcy and realize by looking into your contacts underneath your square root eyebrows, the square root of contacts, green contacts, that's what he has to, like, see his rest of his life with? All of the beauty of Amy Winehouse with none of the talent, none of the talent. You know what I'm saying? Well, I just said her under eyes were so smooth. You can get filler there. You can get filler anywhere, but a lot of people put filler underneath their eyes, so that because I don't have filler there, and you can see how I would need that because it makes your under eyes a little more poofy, so you don't have under eye circles, and you look way more refreshed, and you get rid of wrinkles. So I want it. Oh, she has all the filler all the time. Our ex-girlfriend looked like a vampire. Katy Perry does. Oh my god, that's so funny. She brought up good points that he was emotionally closed off. Yes, she did, but I feel like she was doing it in such a way that was kind of like negging Darcy, like he's closed off, like to you. But as you can see, he's not closed off to me. I know him. Don't you kind of feel like she was just being like, because he would be like, I'm closed off to everyone, but you know me, and she would just kind of be like, ha ha ha, like they were kind of like geeking in a weird way that was like, if I was Darcy, if I was a woman in that situation, I would just be like, to my man, I would just be like, it awfully seems like you would rather spend time with your friend than me. You can't stop saying how close you guys are. And she is really treating me rudely. And you're allowing that. So I'm going to leave now. And I would just get up and leave. And whether he ever saw me again was like how fast he ran after me in that very moment. You know what I'm saying? But Darcy doesn't love herself or respect herself the way that she should. That is the truth, honey. On a Sabbath Sunday, you're still getting it, you're still getting it. Yeah, so I just really hate this scene where she's like, are you in love with her? And he's like, no. And I want to say that I have to go back into the drama on his Instagram to be like, what girl was the girl that he was flirting with on his Instagram? I want to say it was Daisy, which was that blonde girl that was there that we didn't really hear about. Or was it this girl, Rochelle? The only thing is, her name is Rochelle, and like so, it's just not a name you hear about that much. And so I feel like if they had said her name in this article, I'm hoping you guys will go down and tell me if this is the one that Tom was flirting with on Instagram. If it was Rochelle, I would have remembered that name. Also, that face. I want to say it was like Daisy. Okay, so I have two more people left. I have Benjamin and I have Avery. So just a little like reminder, I'm going to do this live reaction, which is me talking about all the things we're doing right now. And then I will be uploading a separate edited recap of the same episode where I have full face makeup on and I tell jokes. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can get like a very fast, funny version of me where I edit out all the likes and I just make jokes instead of like having epiphanies, emotional, psychological epiphanies about these characters. Okay, so Benjamin and Akini, like they're hanging out. She again is like You are so white. I mean, what? White. As the day is long, you are white. And hairy. A hell over your goddamn body. It just grows out of like all the pores. So weird, and he's like, yep. She then tells him the rules of what's going to be happening, which is that they're going to her parents' house. And it's the first time, obviously, that he met her parents, and there are rules. And these are the rules: don't touch her. You have to eat all of the food that's offered to you, especially the meats, all of it. Sit on the left side of my brother. Don't wink at me. Mm-mm. So he's like, okay, and they walk into like what looks like a warehouse. And then like inside the warehouse and then through the warehouse door is the parents' house. And he like walks into the room and just very awkwardly stands there. Again, empty handed, honey. Why would, and also just like, you know, you have to go up to the now, what you can tell is the older person in the room that probably is Akini's parents and go up and be like, hello, it's nice to meet you. Don't get up. Don't get up. Try and like get down low so that person who's sitting and old doesn't have to get up. I don't understand how that's right. I just like these kind of things. I just want to know this. Like, is this obvious to me because I'm ethnic? Or is this not even, this is like not, why wouldn't, not the gift thing, because as we can tell, like no one knows how to give a gift. No one will do it, like I guess, but like, why he doesn't go up to the mom immediately and say hello and why he makes her get out of that chair is really beyond me. He sees her getting out. He's like, no, no. I'm like, why wouldn't you? No, please stop. It's so nice to know him. He like, it's so immature. He's kind of just like, oh, all these people are here to meet me. Oh, nice to meet you. Like I just some part of it offends my soul, obviously. Some part of it just feels so like, because I think that I'm also single, and so I'm just like, I think that I mean, I think that I have like too. I don't know if I have too high of expectations. But I'm just sometimes like, oh yeah, like that's not gonna like. My dad can get out of a chair, like that's. But if I had a, I don't know how many grandparents, but if like I have a great aunt, like to make her get out of a chair to say hi to you, as you watch her get out of the chair, you don't really move from your place to like extend effort to greet her is like, okay, I really have to let it go. It's very hard for me though. It's very hard for me to let it go. I just read what you guys are saying. Yeah, and another one that could have stopped the stops to get fruit for them with flowers. Yes, again, Benjamin with no gift for mama. What the fuck? I mean, they weren't even taught manners. Never let an elder get up. I know. I think Benjamin is super awkward and shy. Okay. Tim Mendoza, huh? Are you talking about Muslim women in makeup? I didn't see what she said. Colleen Kenny and France, they would judge the hell out of you if you shut up like that. Jude, Rebecca was worth at breaking the family heirloom and then sidestepped his mom totally, completely. I know. I think women have manners more than some young guys. Yes. Okay. So, God, I just like, okay. It really just, it's very hard for me. But he does come in and everyone kind of smirks at him, which is just hilarious to me. And after he doesn't say bye to the mom, or doesn't say hi to the mom, and then he's like, "I'm so sorry, I was so laser focused on sitting on the good side of Fidel," and he goes and sit on Fidel's left side or whatever. And then at one point he's like, "I don't bite." And I don't know if it was the editing or real life. They made it seem like people were just like, which is hilarious. Then they bring out dinner, which is fish. Okay. Unfortunately for me, I already hate fish. Fish is already the thing I hate most in life. No, that's not true. War. cancer, death, babies dying of cancer, fish. Not, I don't actually hate fish, like a live fish swimming in the ocean. I think they're quite beautiful and great, and I'm Pisces. And I literally, I just the thought of eating it is. Mm-mm. I grew up in like Orange County. I grew up in Newport Beach, and I smell the docks all the time growing up, and I know what fish smell like, or that salty ocean smell. It's not for me, and I get it. He, I am hoping, doesn't feel the same way I do, but I can tell by the sliver of fish that he takes, which ends up being fish brains. I don't think fish is for him. He knows he has to eat it, and he's like, "Oh, fish brains, great!" And he takes like, I mean, um, a centimeter of fish all around. A cubic, is there such thing as a square or cubic centimeter? I mean, again, I don't know, math that well, but it has to be a small amount. And he like puts it on his tongue. He's like, great, and I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. But this is the sad part. So the father, Baba Akini, is just not showing up. Like he said he's gonna show up, but not really. He doesn't, like the mom that says that he's gonna show up, but it's just like obvious that he's not. And then Akini gets upset and like goes outside and like has a moment, and like Benjamin can't do anything about it. She wants Benjamin to go home with Fidel, and like no one can do anything about it. And I feel bad for Akini. He's like, "We can come see me tomorrow morning," and she's like, and he's like, "Please," He's gonna have to grow up and grow up quick. He's gonna have to like, let's do this shit. Let's come out guns blazing. Let's impress some people. When you meet other people, significant others, even if you are the rich American, you have to come with some like humility and like some presents. I mean, presents, you have to come with some flowers, a little candle, a little tinker box, a little jewel, a little ring plate, little cheese board. Come on, smelly candle. Something. Okay, last person is Avery. Avery and Omar. There is 351 people in this room. That is so exciting, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't had a chance yet, would you consider liking this video so more people can see the video in their YouTube algorithm feed, and I can have people come in the room and we can meet fun peeps and just expand the love fest that's happening right now. And if you want to keep this love fest happening, feel free to join my Facebook group, Vanity Farah, where we post stuff about this show. And obviously subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed to this channel, because your girl's going to put up a really funny edited recap of this episode when she films it tomorrow or something like that. Okay, so Avery. So Omar takes Avery's mom, Terry, to dinner and actually went to where they were, which is like this kind of Grove-like, so not Grove, but like outdoor shopping area of Beirut, which is done in like a pseudo Italian style, kind of like, that kind of like Mediterranean-esque, but not like Mediterranean Lebanese, like Italian-esque style. Not bad. And they go to like an outside area to have dinner. I wish I could see all the food, that's what I care about the most. But basically we find out that the Shah is going to ask Terry what Avery's dowry is. And Terry didn't even know that she got dowry. But basically, what Omar is saying is that in Islamic culture, Islamic law, a dowry is set up because in the event of the death of the husband and or a divorce, it's like money for the wife. Where in America, we get like a divorce settlement, that is usually equal to 50% of the amount of the couple's wealth during the time of marriage or whatever. And then like that's whatever goes into like alimony, and sometimes it's like for half the length of the time you're married, and sometimes it goes into like the child support payments if there's children in their age, and like the style which they've been accustomed to raise. There's like all of that goes into like, and even more, right, of the divorce settlement, but like that doesn't get the salary, honey. And so Terry did know about that, and so they did discuss it. And Terry's like 10,000, and he's like, that's a lot. She's like, okay, well, what did your sisters get? He's like 6,000. He's like, okay, we'll do that. And then the weird part of this conversation happens where Terry's like, well, I want to ask you, like, I don't want, what's like, what are your plans? Like, and he's like, well, we obviously want to move to America. That's obviously plan number one, plan A. Me coming there, you don't live in a war-torn country, and I speak English. And she's like, great, but that doesn't work. We're gonna, have to move to like a, and then Terry thinks it's a different country just other than America. Terry doesn't think that Syria is like an option in that. Terry, I don't know where she thinks, but wherever it is, if it's not America, too bad. It's not on Terry's list. I don't understand if Terry, this is where it's weird. Does Terry not know what marriage means? I get when you're married, not living in the same country for like reasons like, oh, why do you have to go to bed? I love you if you do. I feel like I get living in different countries if like it's a money thing or a work thing, or trying to like one person goes into a country to like work, the other person can't come yet, blah 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 blue. But like all in all, when you get married to someone, odds are you live in the same country, you want to live in the same country, that it is the goal. That's the ideal situation. And I don't understand why Terry's like baffled and befuddled by the idea that like that might happen. Also, I also don't get that Terry would think if that might happen, why Syria isn't an option, and why she should just be like, please move to France, please move to Canada. I think you shipped in Canada, like, like 4 hours away from you. Beautiful, clean, peaceful country. It's very easy for you to get to, very easy for them to live at. Okay. Okay. I also love the fact that he's drinking mint tea. I'm trying to read like Beth. I don't know where your other comment is. Like that's the end of your comment. No picture. The whole world is turned against Syria. She doesn't think Avery is going to live in Syria as an option. Yeah, like Terry is just like not into Syria, and she doesn't trust Syrians, and I get that. I understand that. However, I do think that like I wish that Omar and her had spent more time together. Like it's been all the time they spent together is like been for the wedding. Like when they went out one time, that was like going to find the mouse, going to find the dress. Like there's been no time for like Terry and like Omar to bond. And I don't know where that would happen. A hike in the cedars of Lebanon, tour of the Khalil Gibran Museum, taking a boat on Zamboni Bay, run to the Venetian Hotel. Those are just some options. I don't know. But it didn't happen. So she doesn't trust him and is going to continue not to trust him in the next episode, where she basically tells Avery that she thinks that he's just using her to get out of Syria. Anyway, Japan is in the house. Hello. I personally don't think Omar is truly in love with Avery, just my gut reaction. I can see that. Is anyone wondering why no one from Omar's family will be present for the wedding? That's such a great point. That is such a great point. Where is his parents? They don't want to meet Avery. They don't want to meet Avery. How come we don't talk about it? Is it just that they're in the country and they can't get out? I was listening to the radio and they were mentioning the best and worst cities to live in, and Damascus, Syria came in last. This girl has no idea what she's getting into. Well, I don't think Damascus would be last. I think Aleppo would be pretty last, but they're at war. So people are saying they can't come because their town literally has rebel forces in it, so they can't leave. Okay, well, that's a great reason. Yeah, it's a great reason. I would think they would be interested to know who he was joining his life to, especially being that he's never been with a woman, never held someone's hand, etc. You know, yeah, like I would want to know, have they ever FaceTimed with him? Like he has family, like sisters. Like he obviously can FaceTime. Has that ever happened? So interesting. Brenda, folks, thumbs it up, please. We have 373 people in this room right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 1,000 welcomes. My name is Chris. Who's coming in? I've already gone through the whole episode. It's an hour, and I've already gone live for an hour and 11 minutes. I've gone through all the characters and the whole episode already. However, I'm going to stay and talk to you guys. But if you're wondering why I'm not like going through, it's funny. I've been chatting for a second. But I'm so happy you are here. And remember, I'm going to put up an edited recap where I reshoot and not reshoot, I do an extra different shoot, talk about all this funny stuff and all the jokes, and then take all the likes and put that up. So please subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't yet, like this video so that, that's just a little free thing you can do that would really help me out. It helps YouTube know that I'm making content that people would be interested in, which is great because I'm like basically no one. I have like 5,000 subscribers. I'm not Jules. I'm not James Charles. I'm not Buddha. I'm Chris Farah. And yes, come over to Vanity Fair, which is a Facebook group where we talk about all this fun stuff. Mickey says, that's quasi-modern. Her name is Mickey. Kim, has he showed interest in moving to the U.S. with her? It seems so strange to me. They both want to live in Syria. No, he wants to live in America. That's what I feel like. He wants it, like they both want it, but they're both all just like, but if that doesn't happen, we're going to be together. Smash the like button, ladies and gents, so the good fortune gods may bless you. I do. Yep, you will be blessed in this coming up holiday season. Kim, I think he wants to come to the U.S., but there is a ban. Yeah, there's definitely a ban. So, this was, we know all the secrets now. We know Tim's secret, Akini had her secret come out. The only secret that is yet to be told is Rebecca telling Zayed that she's still married. That's going to be fun. That's a fun secret. Did it really hit you guys where she was like, they don't have a shower? It really hit. I was like, I think that would be like a cultural shock for me. I know it would be. I've never in my life, this is such a privileged thing to say, been at someone's house who didn't have a shower. Like, no, like, how do you, like, you take like a lot of like, you take almost all like sink baths, you know? That's a lot. It actually makes me feel bad because I think that earlier on, I can't remember if I said this out loud in a recap or if I just thought that Zayed had greasy hair. And now I feel somewhat bad about that because I'm sort of like, oh, it's hard to wash your hair. Colleen just said it. How do you wash your hair? It's so funny, Colleen. I looked down and said, how do you wash your hair? And then you said it. Yeah. God, but it's like, do I have a moderator in this room? I don't think so. Oh, I do, Mickey. Sorry. Um. Anyway, yeah, I did say you had greasy hair. So now, Colleen, this is like, this is like that thing where you realize that you are just sitting like in a place of privilege and you like say mean things about other people and you're like, oh, you have greasy hair. Oh, really? It's because this person lives in a place that doesn't have a shower, Chris. You have greasy hair too, Chris. And guess what? You do have a shower. So who's really an asshole? And the answer is me. And I do have greasy hair. I do have greasy hair. I even put dry shampoo in it, and I still have greasy hair. So I mean, I'm only calling myself out because if not me, who else? And don't answer that because I don't want anyone to call me out. Only I can do it. Natalie from Brazil. Dude. Yeah, Sharma. When your hair isn't greasy anymore, you're getting older. Ciao from Italy. Oh my God, so many beautiful peeps. Is it possible to wash your hair? You just drop a bucket of water on your head. Yeah, that well then how do you keep filling it up and dropping I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's like drop the water on it, then one more to get the stuff underneath, and then you add the shampoo, and then at least 5 buckets to wash out the shampoo, and then I have to add the conditioner, and then 5 more buckets of water to wash it out. Okay. I'm so sorry. Except I'm so happy you guys are here, but at the same time, it's so funny to be like in a live and people are just like, I'm gonna come in and say gross stuff. That's what I'm doing on a Sunday night. I go to different lives and then I type gross things. Isn't it funny how people live their lives? This is for the Popeyes chit chat you and Wall Stream last week. I watched. I remember that you wish you guys did story time chit chats more often. The dating stories were the best. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like that. Thank you so much. That means a whole lot. Um, yeah, thank you. I love Wassa. I love chit chatting with her. I like doing different types of content, but truly, I mean, I really do I like doing where I just talk about reality shows. I love recapping that. I love talking about pop culture subjects, but I also straight up love Alive with someone that I have a free flowing conversation with. So I am sincerely thankful to people that appreciate that content, and I try and label it because not everyone does appreciate just talking, eating. I get that. I try and label it thusly though, and give you guys a little different smorgasbord of content. So that makes me so happy. I appreciate that. And by the way, that chicken sandwich is good. Love it. Colleen, can I make you a moderator? I thought I did already, but maybe you tell me if you're into that. Okay. Mickey, you're doing a great job though too, honey. Just might as well. What's your favorite color? Gold. There she is, Colleen in the blue. Gold is my favorite color. So that's what's happening there. I feel like why are these Americans like Timothy and Rebecca and Benjamin so awkward when meeting parents and grandparents of their loved ones? Why is it that no one knows how to act, which is just warm and submissive and chill and gracious with a present, a hostess gift because you're coming to someone's house for the first time? I've never been a moderator. That's crazy. You deserve it. Gold, not rose gold. I'll take rose gold. This is rose gold. I have this is a Fitbit Charge 2. And then I from Amazon got a bunch of cheap bracelet attachments so I can just have it on me. I've been seeing all the pics of the 90-day people from their dating profiles, and they're all photoshopped to high heaven. Well, everyone's is. I mean, I'm like on Hinge and I'm like on, I even see guys, now guys are like, you can see when they Photoshop things and nothing's more disgusting, like a blurry beard into a chin, baby porcelain, baby doll skin. Boo, boo. You know, yeah, everyone loves the filter on Snapchat that like makes their face look smooth and makes their eyes look big and makes their overall nose. I think it's like I don't know, like it makes whatever. Slims them totally, their nose specifically, makes your eyes look bigger and somehow makes eyes, I think like your lips bigger or at least your bottom look bigger. But like that specific filter from Snapchat. And I've used it, not on a dating profile, but I have like looked at myself in that profile. I mean, looked at myself in that filter and been like, "Hi, how you doing?" Everyone uses it. Everyone uses it. Like so many people on Instagram stories will just upload Snapchat videos of them in the filter. Like truthfully, it's weird because like right now I'm in my PJs, right? I'm live streaming to you. I to do this because I'm a vain person. To do this live, I put on makeup. I'll tell you what I put on. I put on BB cream, eyebrow stuff like eyebrow filler, mascara, and pink lip gloss, and um, a little Glossier cloud paint, like whatever blush. I thought though, how nice it would have been if I could have somehow had a filter on my face for this whole life, and thusly not have to wear makeup because it's like I'm wearing makeup right now. You know how nice it would have been for me to just been like this whole time like in some filter and just talking to you guys and just underneath have like bare ass skin. That's very soon, if not already happening on other streaming platforms. I would be worried about meeting someone in real life if I only ever used filters. Yeah, like what if they would like look at you and be like, ooh, crazy thing, a bit of a story. I was by a bedside this week and the internet was on the pay TV in the hospital room. I went to search for YouTube Monday and Chris automatically filled in. Yes, that's because I wonder if you were in your search or you were in your account. Estella, I'm military police officer from Sao Paulo. Oh my God. Yes, I wish I knew Portuguese. Oh, someone else had searched for you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait. I was by a bedside this week and the internet was on the pay TV in the hospital room. Okay, so I see what you're saying. That was crazy. I love that. Then I also think like someone's just laying in a bed, like looking, well, I'm glad. I hope that like I help them. I'm not famous, so that's crazy. Anyway, thinking about my one fan I met in real life when I was in Miami. That was one of the best days ever. Um, I'm happy that people are searching for me. Anytime you need a friend, I will be here. Never be alone again. Oh God, I've been listening. Actually, been weirdly listening to the song over and over again. Something. Never be alone again. Oh, God. No, I'm by your side, so don't you ever be lonely. Love is gonna make it right if you just believe in me. I will love you endlessly. Okay, you know what? I won't do this to you. But at some point, just promise me that if I won't sing all of this song, that you will just remind yourself how amazing Mariah Carey is on many different songs. But if you haven't listened to Vision of Love or Anytime you need a friend in a minute, we listen to those songs. They're bananas. Said, don't you ever be lonely. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I can't even do it. I mean, she's bananas. You know what I'm saying? This feels like I should probably end this. This is where I feel like if I was a toddler and I was like my own mom looking at myself who's a toddler, I'd be like, well, she's past the point of no return. We should take her home now. She's tired. You can tell she's getting cranky, you know, and I'm just like, you know. Oh, I am so pound that like button. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for my moderators. Thank you. I love it. You're the best. Okay, so let's see. We know what's gonna happen next week. You know, I want there to be more peace and love through Angela, so and Michael, because I truly love when they're in love and I truly love when they're happy and seeing them just like enjoy each other and laugh at each other is one of the highlights of my week. I don't know like how this woman can be so full of life and how can she like transfer that life onto screen as well as she does, but I mean there's a lot of actors and actresses that never will. Never will. Just also this live is me like bringing in bananas people. That just happens, honey. So let's see, and then Akini and Benjamin, we're gonna like. I'm trying to think of like what happened in their promo. I can't remember what happened in their promo. Well, here's the thing. I will get to this. I love you guys so much, and truly, you're doing the Lord's work. And I am so thankful for you guys to be in this chat with me. And if you want to rewatch, I pretty much went through the whole episode for the first hour, maybe like an hour and 10 minutes of me going through this episode, and the last 20 minutes of me been just talking and talking to you guys. But I really appreciate you, and I love you guys, and thank you. You know. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you want. I'm at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Lunesta, which is not a pill I take. But if you're going to bed soon, maybe you take that pill. You know? And so these people are crazy. Okay, so follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chris L. Farah, and I'm putting up fun, good content. And I post all my comedy shows there, and that'll be exciting. I'll put up an edited recap of this episode within the next couple of days. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Also like this video. I really appreciate you guys. It just helps me and like helps my content get across. To all my moderators, to Mickey, to Colleen, you're doing the Lord's work out there. People that could be moderators like Lucy, you're here. I really appreciate you, Jude. I really appreciate Lisa. All my favorites. I'm like, I want to go back and read more of what Natalia sang. But and Estella, like you all are in places I would love to go sometime. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Jesse, God bless you. God bless you, Jesse. Okay, love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. I hope you have a beautiful week. God bless ya. Okay, love you.